let's go.
And our heads out. Oh,
shit. Is it going?
No, it's not.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Cinematic Analysis. Way to end off Spooky Month. As you can see, this is Scream and not The Shining, but that is because mental health comes first. And we decided to postpone the Scream episode, but we still wanted to talk about Scream. And here we are. We'll save The Shining for possibly December. We'll see what happens with that. But to kick things off, let's start off with introductions. Let's start off with Lucas Atencio.
Yes, and I'm actually surprised that, again, so why wearing the button shirt? And I know it's not a plain black one, but, you know, your boy is probably the third or fourth best member of Judgment Day. I'm talking about Dominic Mysterio, my man, the one that pretty much questions pretty much who the fuck I am. I don't know, I'm bisexual or non-bisexual at this point with his ass and Rhea Ripley. But yes, Judgment Day is upon us once again. If you saw Silver Scream on the Moshcast, I was a radar superstar, but just suited. So for this episode, I'm Dom. And no, there's no Rhea Ripley around. No, there's no anything like that. But Dom can always own them. And I will go to the next person, I guess. So I'm going to come out Sid, even though Sid's like focusing on something else over here. All right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cinematic Analysis. We're going to end off Boo Month.
Booze Month?
Boo. Scary.
Oh, Boobies? Boobies Month? Yes, Boobies Month.
Yeah,
Boobies!
Boobies on!
Freak Month.
No, that's I'm gonna quote that. When we get. Hi, TikTok.
Oh my God.
And of course, the part was the horror of the fucking Scream franchise. I mean, come on, they got the shirt, they got the mask, they got everything. So I mean, hey, it's changed the horror of this franchise, and may not see it more. I would say the non-binary line. It is Sid.
Hello, you know who it is. It's me, it's Sid. You know, obviously got the masks. With the not really new edition, I've always had this mask for like since August. But yeah, I had to get this for my Halloween costume. But I ended up having a lot. I was supposed to come as Chucky yesterday on the Moshcast, but I got sick, so I had to let these guys take over, and I was going to do it again, but I am so exhausted from cleaning and baking today, so I'm just me today, bitches. Get over it. Anyways.
Deal with it.
From this point forward, we're going to start doing it, these episodes differently. We're just going to talk about the movie. Talk about our favorite parts. I'm also going to be saying some fun facts. We can also bring up the other movies as well. I'm going to try to keep the fifth one as spoiler free as possible because I know Jason hasn't seen it yet. I don't know if Lucas has seen it yet either, so I'm gonna try to keep it as spoiler free as possible, which is pretty hard for me because once I start going, I go. I don't stop.
That's what never mind. I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say something.
Pause.
Yes. No. You unpause. No, we keep playing. You keep going. Wait. No, wait. Actually, wait. No.
Okay. Anyways, let's get into it. All right. What should we talk about first?
I want to start in the beginning of the movie. I think. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and start it off first. Again, y'all can help me out with this one. So. When we get to the beginning of the movie again, I forgot the character's name. That was
Casey.
Was it Casey?
Mm-hmm.
Casey. Okay.
Casey Becker.
So we saw Casey, and Casey, was talking about, it got the phone ringing, and if you've ever seen Scream, don't answer the damn phone.
If you've ever seen, what the fuck is it called? A Stranger Calls? Don't answer the damn movie. Or don't answer the damn phone.
Yeah, if you see Black Christmas, don't do
That
that.
too.
Like, come on. So once she answered that, I'm like, oh no, somebody's gonna be fucked. Oh, either way, somebody's gonna get fucked badly, and I just knew. And the Ghostface's voice, like, I don't know what is about it, but holy shit, it's sexy. But
You know how I feel.
I mean, yeah. I mean, with that too, one of my favorite scenes from that whole entire series is like, again, we see, the boyfriend, basically dead, and basically, kind of like you don't see him, but he's still like around and still doing all this shit, playing all these mind games with Casey. And once Casey, goes outside, which you don't fucking do, goes here and say, do not go outside. And look what you do anyways. So then after that, this motherfucker basically decided to go freaking sneak mode and freaking Dead by Daylight mode over here, stock mode, and just went ballistic. And the one of those like great scenes I've seen is where Casey's hanging by the rope, and all her just her guts is just inside out, and everything like that. That's always gonna be Amish suckers right. Is it the best kill? Not my personal opinion. I think
it's the most brutal one.
It's the most brutal one, but I don't think it's the best one. I'll say my best one when we get there. But I think that opening scene was just absolutely great for a franchise that's all about suspense. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna say about the first part. Where we can go next? Go right ahead, please.
I do want to say that a lot of the thing that people don't understand about Scream, and I feel like why people don't like Scream is because they don't understand it. Scream is a parody of all types of horror movies. And that's why people love it, is because it makes fun of and points out flaws in other horror movies that make no sense and ends up using those said flaws in the movies but makes them work. So I want to say, I don't want to get too far ahead of it, but I will say throughout the film, and once you've seen it enough, you do know who is killing who. Like who is Ghostface at what certain point. So like the first one, I know exactly who killed Casey. I know exactly who it was. And I'll tell you why. Let's just get this shit out of the way so we can talk about it. Billy and Stu are the killers. Boom. Sorry, I fucking spoiled it. It's been out since 1996. Get the fuck over it.
Right.
Anyways.
The greatest gay gimmick duo of all time.
It's me and Lucas. I am Billy. He is Stu.
Yes.
That's how this works. So we know, and this kind of, when I saw this movie as a kid, I had no idea that it was Billy and Stu. Again, I was a kid. I hadn't seen. I've seen horror movies at that point, obviously, but I hadn't seen enough to like really know like certain stereotypes and things like that, and predictability and things revolving that throughout the film. So when it came to figuring out who the killer was, I genuinely had no idea. But now looking at it as an adult and having seen it so many times, you can kind of pinpoint it. So the scene where they're at the water fountain outside, it's Billy, Sydney, Randy, Tatum, and Stu. And Randy starts talking to Stu, and he says, "The police know you dated the victim?" And they start talking about that, and he's like, "I didn't kill her." And then Tatum was like, "Yeah, he was with me, didn't kill him." And Billy says, "No one says you killed her." And the look that they gave each other, Billy was the one that killed Casey. Whenever you see, another thing too, whenever you see Ghostface wiping off the blood on the knife, that's Stu. 100% Stu. So after he kills, because obviously it gives it away. After Billy dies by Ghostface, he wipes the knife off with the blood. So then when you rewatch it, or even when you think back to all those scenes where you see the blood, that was Stu.
Yeah.
Even when Billy comes into Sydney's room after he's like, "Oh, I saw The Exorcist was on TV and it made me think of you," and that's why he went to her house. After that scene, when he goes back and the cell phone drops, that wasn't him. That was Stu. Because he wasn't supposed to be with Tatum that night. Sydney was supposed to be with Tatum that night. So it's like, you really pinpoint who's who, and I kind of like that.
Wait.
After watching it for so long.
So the question, because I only watched it a few amount of times, was Sydney dating Billy?
Yes, but in real life, she was dating Matthew Lillard. Fun fact. You're gonna hear me say that a lot throughout this fucking video. Fun fact.
So you said Stu cleans knife, and you said I'm Stu. So you're saying I clean up my own mess?
Yes.
Okay.
I make the mess, you clean it up. That's how that works.
Okay. I'll remember that.
But Matthew Lillard actually auditioned for the role of Billy, but didn't get it. He got fucking Stu instead because they didn't believe that he could date Neve Campbell. I find that to be so funny. But
Sure.
I do like a lot of the callbacks from all of Wes's other projects, like with the janitor's shirt, which was Wes Craven, by the way. His shirt was the Freddy shirt, and it was a janitor, which I believe that's also what Freddy Krueger was. But Jason, do you have anything you want to add?
Well, this has a pretty interesting start to this film, and it definitely can give you the creeps, and yeah.
As a kid, well, not a kid, but as a teen, when I was like 14 watching the first time, I was traumatized the first scene of the whole thing. I was traumatized as the guts inside out. Like, I remember when I first watched it, like, I was like, oh shit, I'm out of here. I would shit was out of my room around that time. I was like, nope. Not doing this today. So I also let the callback where I can't remember the voice it was that, on the phone in the first scene, but, they kept referencing, Halloween, referencing, because throughout the movie, you see, the first Halloween movie with Rory and again Michael fighting each other, and that's going to be where you see later down. Mm-hmm. And also, I like the suspense where they give with the Billy, coming in, and they actually were smart. They were kept his ass locked in. They actually were smart, but horror movies, they basically don't have the degrees in this ones. So that's how we just it's like a who did, who done it kind of movie. And throughout the movie, one of the scenes that I love was that there's a random ass ghost face just running around in the hallway. I remember watching that, and I was like, oh my god, how did he get away with that? And because Sid, just recently got into a encounter with Ghostface, and seeing that kind of brought the traumatizing, flashback. And I think Sid was a great final girl. She's
one of the best. First of all, she tried to get the fuck out. She did the smart thing. She tried to fucking leave.
Yeah, first of all, let's just talk about how Ghostface kept tripping on and kept being so fucking clumsy. Come on.
Of course, that's fucking Stu. Yeah.
Stu. So I'm clumsy.
And then what he does with the knife too, when Sydney's on the ground and he starts dragging the knife on her. That's definitely Stu.
It's like a Night King to me. But anyways.
That's what I'm saying. It's Stu. It's fucking Stu.
I got something kind of king apparently.
No, but I think that and this is what I was trying to tell Julian, that people really love the Scream franchise because of Sydney. People think that she is one of the best final girls. Personally, I think she's my favorite because out of horror movies in general, The Shining is my favorite. Always has been, always will be. When it comes to a franchise, though, Scream is the best franchise. Hands down, my personal opinion. And it will always be my favorite franchise. And it's purely because, yes, they do have bad movies, but I'll still defend those movies. Because they're all different. They're not all the same. Like, the third one only has one ghost face compared to the other ones where they have two. They have great fucking quotes. Again, like, there's just so much to talk about when it comes to this franchise. But when it comes to Sydney, she is one of the best final girls. She has gone up against Ghostface more times than she could fucking count. And she's won every single fucking time. She's got stabbed multiple times. She almost died in one of them. I can't say which one because it's a spoiler. She's faced a lot of shit. But this movie specifically, especially when he goes to her house, she fights back. She shows that she doesn't give a fuck and she's gonna fight back.
Exactly. That's why
she is one of the best final girls. Just is.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And
she's fucking smart. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah. Also, I forgot to mention one of the scenes too. I think one of my favorite scenes was Sydney just puts a news reporter in the face.
Yeah, Gail Weathers.
Getting trying to interview somebody. It reminds me a lot when you go into a wrestling. You know, you get an interview for a wrestling and say, "Excuse me, what do you think about this match?" And he just get fucking just a punch in the face.
Yeah.
That's like a heel or a pissed off baby face just get mad like that. And I don't blame Sid, getting pissed off, after.
Oh, yeah.
But Sid just went through with that. So I mean, it was bound to happen. And let me tell you, I remember one of the scenes with again with Sid and Ghostface going at it. I'm gonna tell you right now, Sid got some nice kicks. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
There's one I saw was like one kick to Ghostface. I think it was in the face or in the stomach. I don't know which one it was. But I'm not gonna lie. Like she held her own in this movie. Like this one just kicks the shit out of Ghostface every time. And I'll get into one other scenes where we get into the party too. I'll get into that in just a moment. But my God, I'll let Sid help me out with going against somebody that's like kill me. That's gonna be the strategy. No, let Sid the work, and then after that, just do a fucking curb stomp. Just call it in there. But yeah, that's also one of my personal favorites. Just a fucking punch and that kick.
There was something. Oh, one of the news reporters, by the way, Linda Blair. If you don't know who Linda Blair is, or should I do this? Okay. Reagan. She was in the fucking movie, and I am like so beyond happy that she was in the movie. I love her so much. I was gonna say something else. Did you know that Courtney Cox and David Arquette were actually together in real life?
Really?
Yep, they divorced. They were married, had a child, and then got divorced.
David Arquette. Oh my God, I remember that fucking name.
Yeah. He plays Dewey. God.
He's that fucking dude that won the WCW championship before. That's that fucking guy. Oh God, I remember him sadly.
I love David Arquette. He's fucking. I love Dewey. Love you, Dewey. Yep. I miss you.
Oh yeah, they were. They were dating for. Oh my God.
They were married.
They were married for long enough.
Yeah, for a very long time, and they actually did a couple Friends episodes together too. He was in. I don't remember how many, but I know he was in either one or two. I don't remember. So I remember that.
Oh, he's in Spree too.
He's in all of them.
Not says it's Spree, not Scream.
Oh,
Spree.
Spree. Oh yeah, he plays Kurt's dad, which is Joe Keery's character. But we don't talk about Joe Keery right now. We're mad at him.
Mm-hmm.
At least
Come
I'm
on,
mad at him.
come on. All right, what's to say is I know about Joe? Come on, Joe. Come on.
But why you
Come
gotta
on.
do that? Be smarter. Be better.
Come on. How you gonna let me down? You let all of us down there. Come on.
But anyway, yeah. Jason, do you want to add anything?
Well, so far a pretty interesting story from what I was seeing here in some of these scenes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was. Derek Camp was a professional wrestler as well. Yeah.
We also need to talk about another character.
Who knew is that?
Randy. We love Randy in this house. Not Randy Orton.
Okay.
Randy Meeks. We love him in this house. I love Randy so much. I love him. I am Randy. I am a mix between Randy and Sydney. Not just because of my name. Bitch.
It's a mix of your name. There's I in the Scream, but yours is the Y.
Yeah, I have the Y. But Randy was such a great character. He really was. I wish they kept him around longer. But I know why they did what they did. It was sad. It was very sad. But I think he was one of the best characters, other than Sydney and Stu, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I think he was definitely one of the best in this film. And the fact that he's somehow come back in this franchise 2 other times after everything happened, I love it. I love it so much. Yeah. I love the score in this film too. Can we just talk about the music in this film? It's fucking great.
The soundtrack was amazing, honestly.
It's so good. So good. I love that they kept the same song for almost every single film too. I don't remember if it was in I don't think it was in the third one. But I know that they brought it back for the 5th one. So I'm very, very happy about that. As soon as I heard it in the 5th movie, I thought it was great. Another thing that I like about the 5th movie too is that they connected it back to the original. Like a lot of the characters went back to the original film. So like that one kid that died in the beginning, he was Stu's. I guess he was somehow related to Stu, so that was pretty cool. I won't say anything else because they do bring back another character that I don't know if. I don't think these two have seen who was brought back.
So, and the new one or the?
It's an old one. He's in this movie.
Oh, this.
And it's okay. The two that I can say because they're not back as their characters. They brought back Matthew Lillard as the chromatic Ghostface in the Stab 8 video that was on YouTube. And they brought back Drew Barrymore to voice the principal. You don't see her, you just hear her. And I saw a video on TikTok where I guess she had talked about it and she was like, people didn't know. And I was like, baby, I knew. I know that voice anywhere. I know that's Drew Barrymore. So I'm like really glad that they did that, that they brought people back from the original. And that's why I really like the 5th one. And I think that personally, I think it's out of the reboots and remakes to come out of this year, it's the best one. I think the second best one is the Hellraiser one. That's really, really good. I really liked that one a lot. But in terms of horror films of this year, you're going to have to wait till the end of the year to find out for that. That'll be in December. We'll do what we did on the Moshcast. Kind of a year in review for all movies that we've seen this year. And also next month, will be the 1 year of cinematic analysis.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that crazy?
Wait, what? Wait, what?
So November 15th is when we started.
Hmm?
Oh, okay, well,
That's crazy. We will be doing an episode for that as well in November.
Yeah.
Because again, like Moshcast, when you guys do like the anniversary episodes, we will definitely be doing one for cinematic. But anyways, back to our regularly scheduled program.
Getting distracted.
Yeah, I just if I didn't say it while it was on my mind, I was gonna forget it forever. So if anybody wants to add anything, go ahead and then we can go from there.
I'll go into more. I go into more like the parts that I saw, so I'm not trying to go too far, and anything like that. Also,
just talk about it because I mean, like I literally already said who the killers were, so you might as well go.
Okay, so so one of the fucking scenes that I love, and one of my favorite kills from that movie. And it's not my favorite kill. My favorite kill is Tatum'S death.
Really? That's my second favorite one.
So with Tatum'S death, I just liked how unique it was. I never seen a garage door used like that. I never seen that. So it's unique. Don't get me wrong, Casey's kill is great too, and that's my second favorite. But this one to me is always my personal favorite. This is my third. Is where Ghostface did a single stab to the principal. I think it was the principal. I think it was.
Yeah, it's the principal.
And it basically, he sees him in his eyes, and I love that one. I just like how picture how it was, just seeing that as well, seeing that absolute just picture perfect, just and you see Ghostface just right there. I mean, I would probably been dead already, just probably just take my breath away over here. Hello, but yeah, that also just how much they represent the other scenes. I get Randy. He was drunk out of his mind in this movie. I don't know.
He literally broke his own rules. Can we just talk about that for a minute? First of all, sir, you broke your own fucking rules. Number one.
Breaking your own rules. Imagine that.
What's number one? I'm waiting.
Don't go upstairs.
What?
Don't be a hypocrite.
Don't go upstairs.
No.
Don't open the door.
No.
What's number? I just saw it. What the fuck was it?
You literally just watched this.
I just watched it. What the fuck was it?
No sex, no drinking or doing drugs, and under any circumstances, don't say you'll be back because you won't. Those are the 3 simple rules to surviving a horror film.
Yeah, no sex. Have you seen Friday the 13th, y'all?
That's why he said it. And that's why this movie is so good, because they take that shit from other movies and implement it into this.
I mean, Jason in part 2, I think it was part 2, killed those 2 people having sex, and they fucking impaled both of them. So, and another one too, Friday versus Jason. I forgot the character's guy name, but Jason stabbing repeatedly.
Okay, but that dude was a dick, so he deserved it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he deserved it, but same thing. Don't have sex in a horror movie.
Which I'm pretty sure the chick from Ginger Snaps is in that, which she's the reason that I am the way that I am. I'm not gonna lie. If you've seen that movie, you know why I am the way that I am. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyways, personally for me, I think the principal kill is my least favorite. Just because leading up to it, I hate that fucking mask. I hate the mask. It's so it's so round and short and fat, and it just, I don't like the way that mask looks. Personally, I like it better than the MTV one. First of all, those shows were boring as fuck. And I don't know, it was just a boring kill for me. Casey is third. Second would be Tatum, and my favorite kill is Stu's. is Stu's
So-
death.
Oh yes, Stu's death.
And I'm not
too.
counting Billy's because it was just, I don't know, kind of predictable. Even as a kid, okay, that was the one thing that I knew that was gonna happen. Because it was like, you gotta shoot him in the head, blah, 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 blah. They always come back for one last scare, and then he goes, bah! So I kind of knew that was coming, but I think I'm not gonna count it just because of that. I'm also not gonna say it's my least favorite in terms of kills, but my favorite is Stu's. Especially with the debate online now, it's like, oh, Stu can come back. Which, fun fact, he was supposed to come back as killer for the third film.
But they didn't do it.
But they didn't because of the Columbine shootings.
I think that's why the movie is not well received than the other movies that it is. And I think it's probably one of the other reasons. And Scream 3 is not my favorite out of the franchise, honestly.
Oh, it's a lot. A lot of people I know don't like it. And I think it's because it felt kind of lazy and half-assed.
It felt very flat to me. That's why I didn't like
Yeah. Like, how are you only gonna have one fucking killer and then try to fucking have him be related to Sydney?
Yeah, well, I didn't know who the fuck he was. Honestly,
he was Sydney's half-brother. Older half-brother.
I didn't know who the fuck he was, honestly. I didn't see the whole fucking movie.
I was like, okay, cool, I guess.
That's how I was like, oh, I looked at it, and my exact words, like, who the fuck is this bitch?
Like, in terms of sequels, Scream 2 is definitely the best one. I think it's personally the best sequel I have ever fucking seen in my life. And that's because it brought back a character that has an important background to the main characters from the first film. It's fucking Billy's mom. One of the killers is Billy's mom. And she's getting revenge on the people that fucking killed her kid. And also, can we talk about the fucking start of these movies? First of all, listen, I may not like the third film, but I think the start of it is phenomenal. I think it's phenomenal. Because it shows that technology is evolving within horror and just in general. So I do really, really like that a lot. Even in Scream 4, they start live streaming. Scream 5, they got fucking smartphones now.
Yes.
And all this fucking, technology and shit. And I really, really like that about Scream, is that it's not trying to stay at one thing like a lot of horror movies have been doing. And that's why a lot of them seem to flop so badly, is because they try to keep this one formula and try to stick with it because they know that's what people like, but it gets to a point where people start to not want to see it anymore because it becomes too predictable and they've seen it too many times and it's too much. But Scream evolves with it. It goes with what's happening during the times. And I really, really like that. So
yeah.
That's what I have to say about that.
Stu's death, and I just look back on it. Honestly, yeah. I love that. I think it was it's the one on TV, right? Make sure.
Yeah.
I love the TV kill again because you never really see what TVs do to other people. I mean, we see how they break because it's made out of fucking glass and electricity, obviously. But we never really see it on the person. I mean, if I was a director or an actual killer or something like that, I would use a TV.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely use a TV to flatten somebody or just bash their head in with it. And one killer I haven't seen, I wish they kind of used like something creative, is the garbage disposal. But I'll talk about that in later times. But let's get back to that scene. Stu's death is one of my personal favorites, also as well, just because that's his TV to the head, and just the way he sells it too. Like I just like the way he sells it too. It's fucking hilarious to me. And one of my favorite scenes from this movie goes. I think it was. No, that was Billy. It was Billy. Because I think Stu was with. Wait. get my shit mixed up. Hold
What
on.
scene are you talking about? I'll help you.
It's the scene where Ghostface get hit with a fucking refrigerator by Tatum.
That was Billy.
Yeah, it was Billy. Okay, I was right. So when Billy got hit with the refrigerator, I just laughed my ass off when he got hit by the fucking refrigerator. I'm like, well, that works. And I'm like, don't get me wrong, Tatum had some great aim with those bottles. I'm surprised she could hit him with the bottles.
Listen, if Sydney weren't the final girl, I would have wanted it to be Tatum.
Yeah, same.
Tatum is fucking smart. Listen, if she could actually have fit, which, by the way, fun fact, they actually had to staple her shirt to the garage because she was so small. And she could have actually fit through it. So they had to staple her so that she would stay up and not fall and get hurt. But she was fucking smart. If she actually would have been able to fit through that, she would have been able to get out. Her and Sydney were very, very fucking smart. And that's what I keep trying to tell people. Most people wouldn't think to throw a TV on the fucking killer's head. But Sydney did. Sydney fought off Stu and threw that TV on his head.
That's a way to kill someone.
After everything that she went through. She fucking... You're gonna sit here and tell me she's not smart? Also, as soon as everyone's fucking backs are turned, she grabs the fucking shit, grabs the fucking voice thing, grabs a phone, grabs the ghost face shit, and hides. And then comes out, hides from Billy, opens the door, and then stabs him. Which, fun fact, Neve actually stabbed Skeet. I guess he has like a wound or something from when he was little. I think he had to get surgery or something, but she actually stabbed him with the umbrella. I think it was the second scream that he let out that was his actual like reaction to that. I think it was I'm pretty sure it was the second one. I don't know what it was, but I remember hearing that from somewhere. That he got hurt on set, but obviously he's fine. But bitch, you're gonna sit here and tell me that Sydney is not one of the best final girls? Come the fuck on. Come the fuck on,
she's
bro.
actually damn smart, actually.
She is!
Most, well, I would say most, not all, but most, like, final girls, they're not the sharpest tool in the shed. They're not. Some of them. Some of them are not. But with the, I don't know, Sid saw too many horror movies, or I don't know.
She's friends with Randy. Are you kidding me? That's like being friends with me. Okay, I tell you how to survive that horror movie. You would literally be in the middle of close to death, and I'd be like, no, you're doing it wrong. You need to do it again. You're doing this wrong. Like, run out the fucking door, dumbass.
Run out the window.
Jump out the window if you have to.
If I can.
Like, come on. But she's one of the best, and I don't understand why people can't see that. I really don't.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I actually just took a fight because
she's like Lori.
Yes. That's what I was gonna mention too. Like, Sid is like Lori when it comes to it's like the Ghostface and Sid is like the Lori and Michael.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like that. Even though, again, where down movies, except for Scream, obviously Scream's, a bit more consistent. Because, Halloween has too many fucking timelines to even fucking count. So, I mean, hey.
And Scream, at least, like I said, evolves with the times, tries to keep up with everything, makes fun of other fucking horror movies and movies in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Scream is just one of the best franchises. I said what I said.
Yes. And, yeah, that's why I like this movie so much. Is like, it takes shots at our movies and just, like, I'm going to give credit to Randy. I'm giving credit to Randy, honestly. I think Randy, hanging out with Randy, doesn't make you survive. I don't think he will be able to survive this shit.
Again, that's like hanging out with me.
Yep.
I know what I'm talking about.
That's why I changed your name.
Listen.
Very smart.
Why do you think I don't have a cardboard cutout in my room? I've seen one too many fucking horror movies. If I wake up in the middle of the night to go piss, and I see that shit, it's broken. I'm knocking it the fuck out. It just is. I know how this shit goes. Okay? I've seen one too many movies.
One too many.
Don't you think I've said so many times I would survive Scream? Because I don't answer the damn phone.
Don't just
Bitch. I don't answer the phone.
don't answer the phone. I may answer the phone today, but don't answer the phone to the people.
Also, fun fact, for the second film, they had to change who the killers were going to be because apparently it got leaked online who the killers were. So originally it was supposed to be Sydney's boyfriend again and Sydney's roommate, but they changed it because it got leaked. So it ended up being Mickey and Billy's mom, which I feel like, in terms of storyline, Billy's mom and Mickey being the killers made the most sense. And it made it amazing. It made the movie as great as it fucking was. And that's why it's one of the best sequels. If they had went with, the original, I feel like the fucking franchise would have fallen flat. Like every other franchise. Because it would have been too predictable. Because we literally saw it with Scream. Sydney's boyfriend was the killer. Like, yes, they definitely had the suspicions within the second film. But we ended up being wrong. And that's what I like. I like that. And that's why it's one of the best fucking sequels I have ever seen in my life. It just is. So, there's that.
Yeah.
Ow, fuck.
Oh.
You alright?
I stubbed my toe, I'm fine. I was trying to shift.
Nah, you went for too many things. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Jason, you want to add anything?
Not really at this point, but overall, I think it's a very interesting first movie for a franchise, and.
Yeah, I mean, with me, I'm gonna add this, and I don't know how long we on this already, but I don't want to make this too long or too quick. So, the final scene of the movie, I think, was absolutely, honestly, really good, and at least it kind of the suspense of the second one coming out too, as well. And when the fight scene came along, I love that. I fucking love that. I love the umbrella by poking out. I think it was Stu. No, wait, it was Billy. It was Billy. And it was Billy. We've seen it with so many horror movies and that, but every time I see it with the umbrella, I always get kind of blown away with it. And with Stu's death as well, we got mentioned too. The TV. I think that was the best way to. Again, first off, be smart. First of all, and second of all, probably one of the best kills in the movie. Probably one of the best kills.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's definitely gonna be up there for me. But overall, it was very consistent, and that's the thing about horror movies. Sometimes they're very hit or miss because they're good in the beginning of the movie, and they fall off in the middle, and then they try to come back at the end. But this movie, Scream, was very, very consistent. And that's what I love about it. It's very consistent, and that went through so many suspenseful things, and great gore, great kills all around as well. One of the best opening scenes of a horror movie that I've seen, and having a great kill with that too, and then having uniqueness. Scream is known all for its stabbings, but this one felt actually unique to it. And yes, one of the kills I love, and my least favorite is when they pull the rug. Their movie, they pulled the rug and that man broke his neck or some shit. And overall, that movie just, it just felt like it kept on going. It kept on getting its foot on gas pedal without being too out of control. That's what I like about it a lot. And I think that my rating's going to be pretty high for this one.
I do want to list a couple of fun facts after this, and then we can give our ratings or recommendations and then ratings. But I had something in my mind and then it went away. Oh, Scream is just such an iconic fucking franchise. I mean, especially the first film. Like, it's been quoted and parodied so many times. Like, especially just the opening scene alone. Like in Loki, it's even quoted. And that's, people seem to not know that, which I'm kind of shocked. But, it's, when Loki goes up to the guy, I also think his name is Casey, and he's like, he basically quotes the, I'll gut you like a fish. He quoted that in Loki, and I immediately knew what it was referencing, and I absolutely loved it. So if that doesn't show you just how iconic this franchise is and how amazing it is, it just it's so good. But a couple fun facts. Matthew Lillard showed up in the second film in the background because, again, he was dating Neve, and Wes wanted him in the film again and was in the party scene. The high school that they were supposed to film at for the first film told them no last minute. And so at the end credits, it says something about that high school because they were being petty about it. But you know what? Honestly, they deserved it. And I'm sure that they fucking regretted it because they literally would have gotten so much from that.
And
there was
gets so much love now.
Yeah, there was another one I had, but now I can't remember. Oh, Tatum's shirt. Her cropped shirt that she wears is a callback to Nightmare on Elm Street, Johnny Depp shirt that he wears when he's sunken into the bed.
Oh, that's why it looks so damn familiar.
Mm-hmm.
That always reminds me of when basically, he got sent to hell and basically all the blood exploded. That's always my favorite kill from Nightmare on Elm Street. And
oh my god, yeah.
I mean, it's one of the best ones. I really like the one that dragged off the roof
ceiling.
The ceiling, yeah. And Wes Craven in New Nightmare, they did a great job.
They did recreating that.
Recreating that kill too. So I mean, that always represents. That's why with the shirt looks familiar. And I really think again, they actually kill, not the killer, but the people actually were mostly smart. And that's the thing about horror movies. We see Friday the 13th people being actually fucking stupid. Halloween, they're being fucking stupid. Nightmare on Elm Street, there's some people being fucking stupid. But mostly Scream has the people that actually think and not impulsively do something and then they die.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't care how fast it is. Fucking think. Okay?
Try. Use your brain, you have one. But yeah. All right. Jason, you want to add anything?
So, all I'll say is I will be watching more of the movies.
Yes, definitely.
Because
definitely
this left a good first impression. Because I'm still learning about what it's all about.
You're welcome.
Which is why I wasn't saying much here.
You're welcome.
No, you're good, man. I mean, I never shut up about it. It's one of my favorites, so especially when we get into The Shining. Dear God.
me with Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh yeah, definitely understandable. So, all right.
Me with Child's Play.
Ready? We're gonna give ratings. Anyone want to do a drum roll?
All right.
And boom. Finish. I'm giving a double thumbs up. That's all it is. All right. Jason, say your rating in 3, 2, 1.
10.
Lucas, 3, 2, 1.
30.
Okay.
I'm kidding. I'm actually gonna give it not 30. That's a little too much. There is some things that I just feel like a little bit cliche, but it's not gonna be. It's gonna be over a 10.
The cliche was the parody, right?
Yeah.
That's why it was cliche.
I'm gonna give it a 16 out of 10.
Okay.
You guys say 30 out of 10, aren't you?
No. I was gonna say 20. I'm gonna say 20. The reason I'm giving it a 20 is because I have such vivid memories with this movie. Like, I literally remember watching it for the first time. Um, it's always been iconic to me. I always have quoted it all the time. I always go back to this movie. It makes me feel better when I'm sad or sick or whatever. I literally have masks. I literally have 2 Ghostface Funko Pops. I have shirts. I have a blanket. I have socks. Like, I have a purse.
Only next you need a tattoo.
What do you think I'm saving up for? A fucking Ghostface tattoo. That's my next one.
Well, now. Okay.
Don't you go now, me. It's my next one.
But wait, what are you
Oh,
gonna
now.
What are you gonna do now?
Cry. Maybe throw up again.
Oh, you can roll up in the corner, balled up in the.
Anyway.
Oh.
So, again, I really love this franchise, and I love, like I said, even the cliche moments were meant to be that way because of kind of other movies from the past. And again, I love that it evolves. Even though the third one is probably the worst film of the franchise, I'll still defend it anyways because I love this franchise so much. But yeah, there's also rumors, by the way. There's rumors that we're supposed to be seeing something about the next one tomorrow. I don't know how true that is, but we'll see. If there is, I'll cry because I needs to see it. I'm gonna see it. I don't care. But anyways.
See. See. Oh, yeah, see it.
Jason, start out with outros.
Thank you for watching this episode of Cinematic Analysis. We hope you have a happy Halloween, and we'll see you for Mr. Josh Danker's birthday request, straight out of Compton.
I thought it was supposed to be Murder By.
No, that's Moshcast.
That's Moshcast.
He's talking about cinematic.
Oh.
So for Josh, we hope you have a good birthday. We'll see you back here for your birthday request.
Wait, how old is he gonna be?
He's gonna be 21, yeah.
Wait, that motherfucker, he don't look 21 to me. That motherfucker look 21 to me. He's older than that. He looks like,
see in our photo that we took.
He looks like he's 31 to me. But anyways. Bye, Josh, you piece of shit. So I might go to me now, I guess.
Yeah, you next.
Alright, okay, as I unbutton the shirt, just gotta get some little chest room here, because gotta wet people for you. But thank you guys for watching this episode of, again, Cinematic Analysis. When we did Scream, we kind of talk about what we gotta talk about here. And, describe my part, describe Jason, what he's saying about it, and also with Sid as well. It's a good new concept with it, and I'm definitely glad to do that. And actually point out scenes that I like, not just writing down every single fucking scene, just like drawing and everything like that.
I literally, because I didn't have time to watch it again, and I've seen this movie so many fucking times that I'm just gonna talk about what I remember, and it's just easier to just talk about what you remember. Like, obviously, still watch it and write down stuff that you liked or whatever, but I think as far as going scene by scene, it just takes way too long. Takes so much time, and especially when we all talk about things that go along with the scene, especially like when we do have a lot of people in the episodes, whenever that is, this just makes it so much simpler, easier, and a better time for everyone. Less stressful.
That's what we involve. So, again, my TikTok is Lucas_Rainmaker. Again, I just posted my Silver Scream for rankings. So, second one will be posted here eventually. And tomorrow, again, I'm going to be with my boy Kyle for Judgment Day outfits. Again, that should be posted. Hopefully, if Judgment Day sees it, I'm going to cry my eyes out. And
I will post it. At least Rhea's going to see it. We know she'll see it.
Well, I'm going to post it on my end, too. So, I mean, hey.
Well, so they have this thing where you can post both. So, like, if I invite you to collab, it'll go on both of our accounts.
Ah, sweet. All right, so yeah, we're gonna do that as well. So I made my Instagram Lucas.6336. I'm gonna do both. Again, I got the Dom ready to go, and also I got Edge ready to go as well. So yeah, I mean, and all to again, our community out there, me and Sis community, just want to tell you that we love you. And also that, once again, nothing's going to stop us. All right. Again, we basically have the Avengers formed. All right.
Listen, it's like fucking Freddie Mercury said, "Don't stop me now."
Yeah, don't stop. Yeah, exactly what he said. Don't stop me now. Okay. You might say a lot of things, a lot of people have different opinions about it. I get it. But motherfuckers ain't stopping any of us, not a damn bit. So again, either you have to live with it, with the fact, or
get the fuck over it.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Because it's not an insult, as El and I once said. It's not an insult. It's a fact of life. Yeah.
All right. I'll take that as my turn. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Cinematic Analysis. I had a lot of fun this month talking about horror, of course, because this is my month. This is my time to shine. This is me, what I'm best at. Okay. You can find me at Bill Mertooth on Instagram and TikTok. I did just upload some of my Chucky stuff. Tomorrow I will also be uploading my 2 photos of my Eddie costume because I have 2 different versions. I also have more Chucky stuff coming out. And then I'm going to try to do Rhea either tonight or tomorrow. It depends on how I'm feeling tonight because I'm like kind of tired. So we'll see what happens. But yeah. Also be sure to follow us on Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast and Moshcast. Be sure to follow everybody else as well. And also, Julian is going to be a part of our Judgment Day. So be on the lookout for that too.
Also, I've also about to mention too, as I set this down, I've got to mention too, again, Moshcast, as we said before, we're doing Josh's birthday request. And also for both of those as well. Crash and Burn, we're doing Crown Jewel predictions as well. So again, check that out as well. We're going to do that on Friday. And we're going to do a review of that. And then all that shit's going to be on there too. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So all I got to say is, from Dom Dom, from Sid, and from Jason, we will see you for Straight Eye Captain.
Right.
Bye.